Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Uh, sorry, it's been such a long time. Been really, really sick this week. Wow, there's a lot of people in here today. Personally, I'd go with Blueprints. So good. I didn't even think of Blueprints. That was a great game. Dan, bro, where have you been? I thought you quit. I've just been really sick this week. I think the last time I was on was Sunday. I think. Yeah, it's been a while. Uh, it's good to see you guys. Shama, how you doing? Feels good to be here again. Big boss, how you doing, man? You're still sick. Oh, it's been going around, man. Hope you're feeling better. Um, how is KCD2 not on the list? Kingdom Deliverance, is it? Do you know what? Yeah, I got a copy of that and I still haven't played it. I heard that was a banger as well, though. Earthworm Jim 2 is better than any game that came out this year. Anyone got the new Intel 10 GB VRAM GPU from Jan? I forgot the name. I don't even know what's in my PC and I upgraded it recently. What are you saying, Shama? What's good, man? Trying to find out everyone's size before I turned up here, you sneaky devil. How you doing, man? Do you think Yan will win against Bogdan? Yeah, I do. I think it's a massive step up. I think it's a huge step up. I've got a lot of I still think Yan's good enough. I know he's an old dog, but still a really good fighter. I think he's at that kind of just outside the top level now that he's a bit older. And I'm not too convinced on Bogdan yet, who has looked pretty decent, but I think this is a massive step up in competition, so we'll see. How you doing? How you doing, Go Furious? What's good, man? It feels good to be back, boys. Very good to be back. Hopefully my throat can hold out for the next couple of hours. How you doing, Beeswax? What's good, man? I saw you in Tiffany's live stream the other day. Thanks for showing some community support, mate. You legend. Always appreciative. Um, so yeah, I'm looking to embrace this weekend's card. Nice having a little weekend off last weekend, but quite excited for this one. Obviously, we've only got 2 cards for the next couple of weeks. Well, for the next 6 weeks. So if we can't get behind this one, then there's nothing to get behind really. And of course, my goat Manel Cap is fighting in a couple of weeks as well. So I'm excited for that one too. Why are you wearing a Saudi club shirt? This is my team, bro. I've been a supporter of Newcastle since I was like 9 years old. Worst decision I ever made until recently. Bogdan wasn't doing well against Nikita Krylov until the KO. Obviously, it's still a good performance, but not a good look. Krylov is a very good fighter, though. I know his last few performances have been really dodgy, but Krylov's no scrub. So the fact that he was able to chin him out, I would say that's more of a positive than anything else. How you doing, Bodie? What's good, man? I saw you in Tiff's stream as well, man. Shout out to you. Nice one for turning up. Frankie the throat goat. Best believe it, bro. Number 1 in the game. How you boys doing though? Yeah, the Bogdan one. I am picking Yan, but I'm not gonna put any money on it or anything. What's up, Frank? How you doing, Jesse? What's good, my man? Hope you're well. I think the Intel GPU was the best to come out this year, best budget. Mate, I spent like $6,000 on my PC and I barely used it for any gaming. But I'm glad that I bought it still. Did you grab Metroid Prime 4 today? So I got it yesterday, but I still haven't opened it. The thing is, yeah, I'm not really a big Metroid fan. I don't even know why I bought it. It's just habit at this point. I kind of pick up everything that just comes along just for the fucking sake of it. Money for money is the best. That's what you got to go with, man. You got to go with value. The point where you're going to come unstuck, if you're upgrading like entirely, buying RAM is where you're going to come unstuck, because fucking hell, they're expensive these days. Sounds like you got the same head cold everyone here has, bro. I literally tried to like power my way through work all week. I got it on like Monday and I made it until Wednesday. It was just fucked me. I couldn't breathe by Thursday, so took a couple days off work, which I never like to do, but it has to be done sometimes. I'm gonna have you in the background for like 40 minutes. Got to do stuff. Appreciate it. Appreciate the watch hours, mate. I'm gonna go showering. I hope you feel better, mate. I'll hopefully be here when you're back. Favorite fighter ever, not just MMA and just entertainment value. Man, that's really, really hard. I've got to go with Yuri. I know you said not MMA, and I was a boxing fan first, but I just love seeing Yuri fight, man. Never disappoints to bring the thunder, you know. World Cup draw was a shit show. I don't know why they're doing it now. Because obviously there's so many teams that haven't officially qualified yet. I hate those or this one or this team or this. It's just weird. Do you know what I mean? I haven't even had a look at it yet, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about international football. I'll watch it, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't give two fucks, mate. Especially if Ireland don't make it. What up, Frankie? Ain't bought a new game since Xbox 360. I play the PS2 on an emulator sometimes though. Emulating's the way to go, man. I've got like a little handheld device and I've literally got thousands of retro stuff on there. And I mostly fuck with that when I'm going in between places. I have been playing Man on Sky or whatever it's called recently. No Man's Sky. I've been playing No Man's Sky and it's a pointless waste of time and I'm enjoying every second of it. It's got compatibility issues though. Raze, what are you using your PC for though? I'm assuming it's just gaming, yeah. Oliveira for me and Jake LaMotta in boxing. Very good shouts, man. Hey, Frank, you got to pop in at work. Shout out to you, Crossover. I hope you're having a good man. I caught your live the other day. I saw 3 dudes that I'd never seen before, and they seem to be having a good little chat. So shout out to those boys. I need to find out who they are so I can sub up. I did stop by for a little bit. Works with some specific CPUs. I see what you're saying. I don't even know what's in mine. I basically got I got Bodak to send me a list of stuff and then he built it for me. I had no idea what I was doing. I was shameless in that shit. I'm probably wasting the hell out of it. I think by the time I got my monitor and everything, I'd spent about 7 grand on it. But at least I know I don't have to upgrade for a few, well, probably 4 or 5 years. I literally got the best of everything that money could buy without going too crazy, you know. But shout out to you, Crossover. If you're not subscribed to Crossover MMA, give the guy a sub. Makes really good MMA content. Long-standing friend of the channel. Do you have a cold? Let's not downplay it now, right, bro? Let's not downplay it. I was literally on death's door for the last 5 days. Although I managed to go to work for 3 of them. The old typical man flu, you know how that goes. But I couldn't fucking talk for like 2 days, which I'm sure everyone around was very happy about. I got an RX 580. Don't know what the fuck that is, mate. Is that a graphics card? No idea. I got a really good graphics card. I know that. It's the 5090. That's all I remember. Defo the cheapest GPU with 10 GB VRAM. Only the RTX 360 from like 5 years back match. Oh, so it is a graphics card. I think I've got an RTX 5090. I think it's RTX. But I remember the 5090 part. Oh, it's a GP. I don't fucking know. Shammy, you got to upgrade, bro. It sounds like you do. I mean, I had a 2090, I think, in my last one. In my last PC, and it was still doing the job. But I think that it was on the verge of like, you know, not being able to play things high end, so it was time to upgrade. And I just thought, fuck it, rather than pull out the graphics card, I'll just do a whole thing. Yeah, that shit costs a living a king. Yeah, I think it cost me 2.5 grand just for the fucking graphics card. And the RAM cost me about 300, 400, something like that. The monitor cost me $1,000. Let me see if I can turn it around here. I got one of those LG monitors. So that's the beast right there. Just realized I'm glad I took my dildo down. That could have been embarrassing, you know what I'm saying, boys? Usually have it right there on the old computer stand just in case I need it. How you doing, Atbi? And Wagwan, my G? What's good, man? Anyone who thinks I've got a fake background, fuck you. Just prove that I don't. It's the single most expensive one out there. Yeah, when I was upgrading, Bodak said it was worth going with that one. That's a curved monitor. Frankie is fucking rich, dude. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of people are in favor of having like a million monitors. Yeah, I just wanted a very big curved one, and I went with an LG one. I think it's OLED or something. I don't know. That bitch cost me like $1,000. My favorite game right now is VR porn. There's VR porn. How the fuck have we had this channel for 2 years and nobody told me there's VR porn? Not that I do anything like that. The RX 580 can still play some good games though, just certain new games can't play. You see, that would really bum me out if I bought a new game. I mean, I don't really play that many games anyway, but then it started stuttering and acting like total shit. Frankie, you sound like you need a COVID shot, mate. I had 3 of the fuckers. It could be COVID. It could be COVID, because to be honest, I can't taste shit. So, and I don't mean literal shit before you all start, but my taste buds are definitely fucked. What do you think of rage bait being the Oxford word of the year? It's not really a word though, is it? It kind of just shows where we're going though, innit? I mean, I think it makes perfect sense. If you take it as one word, which I don't, it kind of sums up the society that we live in right now. So I'm actually all for it. I didn't know they had a fucking word of the year. That's weird. But that would have been up there for me. I would have assumed that would have been high ranking. You know what I'm saying? It very much sums up this fucking shit we've got going on. Every time I remember Armin is not in the next 2 title fights, but Paddy is in, it makes me crazy. They're clearly not over it. They're still clearly very angry with him. And as far as I'm concerned, fuck him. He's a rich kid. He took fucking 20 months off or whatever it was. So fuck him right in the ass. I couldn't give a shit. I'm more upset at Gaethje getting the opportunity than Sarukian not getting one. Damn, I'm sorry. How you doing? How you doing, Tiff? I caught some of your live stream the other day. It was I don't want to say entertaining. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but it was certainly nice to meet some of the family members and stuff. I assumed it was a friend of yours. People got mad over that precise reason. It's 2 words. I think that's why they did it, for the irony. Makes a lot of sense. When you put it that way, it makes sense. They probably sat around tittering, about how funny the joke was. Fucking nerds. Is there a Christmas tree or something? Nah, I got these candy cane. Let me just quickly show you. I got like these candy cane lights. My son picked them out. So I don't tend to say no to him for anything. How you doing, Ash? What's good, man? I still haven't put my Christmas tree up. I don't think I'm gonna put one up this year. I can't be fucked. And to be fair, my son just rips it down every 10 minutes anyway. So what's the point? It's your little sister. Crazy. Crazy. How many siblings have you got? Hell nah, Justin deserves it more than Paddy. Paddy didn't do shit in UFC. Justin's not. He's lost a couple fights though, hasn't he? And he's had too many opportunities. I think once you get 2 title fights and you lose them both, you should never be allowed to get another one again. And it looks bad because he basically threw his toys out the pram. And now he's getting what he wants. Sends a very, very bad message. But shout out to you, Tiff. New picture as well, I see. Nice one. If you're not subscribed to Tiff Tack Paddywhack and you're actually a decent human being, throw her up a sub. She's been doing a lot of lives lately and they've been really fun. Tiff thinks you ride me, or was it vice versa? Who would be riding who in that situation? I assume you're talking about you and I. Paddy should have fought Arman, not gonna lie. They just fed Arman with an easy fight and finessed him. But that's the thing though, I mean, does beating Dan Hooker really warrant getting a title shot? I don't think so. and he did fumble the Islam thing. If I was Sarukian, I would consider going up because they clearly don't have any room for him at 155. Santa is gonna be pissed off when he comes all the way down the chimney and there's no Christmas tree. I don't have any chimney, cunt. I have a lot of siblings. So do I actually. I've got 4. Don't really like one of them or all of them. Um, Up at the ski resort, shoveling snow at all the nice houses. What's good? You busted out old trick. How you doing, Ricky? What's good, man? It's been a while since somebody called me a busted out old trick. How you doing, man? Hope the fitness game is going well for you and your fucking slamming dick as always. Timeline: Justin KO's Paddy. Arman versus Ilya booked in between. Arman beats Ilya. Arman versus Justin for the belt. If that ends up happening, that would be a nightmare for me. Oh, it's Cheddarhead wants everyone wearing a Santa hat. I have 2 on, so it works. 2 fucking Santa hats. That's excessive. Wasn't there guys in the past who defended interim titles? I think it's only happened twice in UFC history. I think it was Frank Mir and Tom Aspinall. Funny that it would be in the fucking heavyweight division though. Don Fry is by far my favorite MMA fighter. I think he deserves an honorable mention just for the 6 stash. I mean, Dana did Arman dirty because Arman pulled out last moment from that Islam fight. Like UFC didn't even have enough time to change the poster with Boycano on it. There was no point at that. The thing is, yeah, if anything, adding Moicano to that fight added to the intrigue. I think more people got behind it, you know. I was personally quite excited until I realized how fucking stupid it was. I mean, beating Oliveira Dariush Hooker is way better than Chandler, Bobby Green, and Old Ferguson. I completely agree with you. Have you got pneumonia? What's up with the voice? No, I don't have pneumonia. At least I don't think I do. But I definitely had a little bit of a fucking throat infection. And no, I wasn't sucking dick. That wasn't the reason anyway. How you doing? I am not Assassin. How you doing, bro? This is small hat behavior. Did he change his name? Did who change his name? Did I change my name? No, it's it used to be bad MMA math, but people kept calling me bad math MMA and turning up with like asking me like equations and shit. Where are we on the MMA Now 27 collab? We haven't really got anywhere with it, to be fair. I have not been active on YouTube for obviously, as you know, the last week. I have been checking out some of his content though. I don't really do watch along, so I'm not sure about that one, but I figure I'll just have him on a live at some point or go on his channel. I need to find a way of getting him on socials. If you could send him my Twitter account, that would be very useful. You should venerate pagan Santa like any God-fearing Christian country. My son doesn't believe in Santa. We didn't bother with the whole thing. He cost me way too much money for some fat cunt to take the credit. Oh no, stop talking about those fighters. Let's talk about anime. We can talk about anything you want, sir. This is an open forum. I was hoping wearing the Newcastle shirt might get a few fucking football fans to turn up. And then I just realized it's like 9 o'clock in the evening and British people are all tucked up in bed at 8 o'clock. I don't have X though. Yeah, but does he? Does he have X? At a long shot, you can try and add me on Instagram, but just do it yourself. Well, I've messaged him in the comments and shit, so I'm sure we'll sort something out. You seem very desperate for this collaboration, so I'll do my best to get it going. Do you think MVP will ever be a champion in the UFC? You might as well be UFC's chance at dethroning Islam Makhachev. Nah, his takedown defense is horrendous, bro. I think what you do with MVP is you just put him against strikers that they don't like and then just have him humble them. Do you have the flu? I'm kind of coming off the back end of one. Quick question, apple juice or orange juice? Wow, if it's pressed apple juice, I would go with apple juice, but generally I'd have to say orange juice. There's nothing like an ice cold orange juice when you're thirsty as fuck. It snowed like crazy here. That sounds amazing. Do you know what? Yeah, I really wish it would snow this year, but I don't think we're going to get it. It's been a couple years. Why'd you ignore me on Instagram? I don't really use Instagram, bro. What football club are you wearing? Newcastle United, bro. I can finally say I'm a proud fan. I used to hide being a fan of theirs for quite a bit, but now I can admit that I'm a fan because they're actually doing not too bad. I want to see him destroy you on your Cain Velasquez take. That's not that hard to do, to be fair. Cain Velasquez, I think he's a, what do you call it? He's a gym warrior. Everyone in the gym says he's the best ever, but his performances in the octagon were very up and down. I don't think that's unreasonable to say. Every half decent grappler than mid VP has faced has been able to hold him down from Bellator to UFC. I completely agree. And most guys at the top of the division can grapple quite well. So I think MVP will get taken down and fucked in the ass, if I'm being perfectly honest. I was kind of surprised that MVP lost to Cuck Ian, but won against Shara Bullet and broke his under. Shara Bullet is another guy who's not very good though, so that didn't surprise me at all. But the MVP Gary fight was basically razor close. I mean, they barely touched each other. That fight could have gone either way. I think Ian Gary just slightly outlanded him. It's not like anyone got embarrassed. But if you play on the feet with MVP, he's gonna give you problems. Like, I sent you a funny meme on Discord. I'll have to check it later, mate. Brits watch football like soccer. This is news to me. Yeah, we fucking love it, mate. Even though it's one of the most boring fucking sports on the planet. When football is boring, it is fucking awful. At least with MMA, you've got the prospect when a fight is boring of somebody getting chinned. In football, when it's boring, it's fucking boring. How you doing, Checkfold? Yeah, the Midwest of America got 2 feet of snow in some areas at the beginning of this week. That sounds glorious. One of the best holidays I ever went on. Went to Hokkaido, and it was amazing. How you doing, Burko? What's good, man? Happy to have you back. By the way, I just realized today, every British car company you can think of is either German, Indian, or Arab now, except Aston Martin. Yeah, well, we may have given away our shit, but at least it was good once upon a time, unlike American cars, which are all absolute garbage. And Saudis are increasing their stake in Aston Martin, so it'll be gone soon from 1 to 0. Yeah, the thing is, the manufacturing costs in the UK are just through the roof now. Nobody wants to build cars here. Brits love playing with balls. We do, in more ways than one. No need to pause. Play. He's absolutely right. Did you see the World Cup groups and teams? I didn't, man. The only thing I heard was what somebody in my group chat said that Scotland got Brazil, and then I stopped caring at that point. 6 states got at least 7 inches, which I could say the same. I know you're rocking a 10 incher, mate. Don't worry about it. I don't understand how they get these dick size averages are completely ridiculous. Nobody came over to my house and measured mine. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not part of those stats. The United Arab Kingdom. I'm all here for it, man. We're cooked anyway. We might as well let them have a good time. Ross Houston for MVP to go conventional high guard fuzz. He wasn't playing with his karate stance. No idea what you mean. No idea what you mean. I do like the old karate stance though. It can be incredibly boring to watch at times, but I enjoy watching MVP toy with his opponents. I know he doesn't do that much, but I enjoy watching him. I know you're being sarcastic, Tiff, but I love my community. Tesla is goated though. It absolutely isn't. Tesla cars are a piece of shit. And they look like shit. The thing MVP is great at is closing and maintaining distance. One of the best in the game at doing that, 100%. Want to hear a joke, Frankie? From you? Probably not, but now that you've put it out there, let's just go for it. It's self-reporting surveys, and you know dudes be exaggerating. Exactly. Exactly. I don't believe the average dick size fucking stats whatsoever. And they do it to mog the Asian dudes. They probably average it on like porn or whatever, which let's be honest, yeah, isn't an accurate representation. Ross forced MVP to abandon his karate style because he didn't let MVP play with him. That's probably the way to do it. My crush asked me for a ruler, and when I gave it to her, she asked why there is a marking at the 2 inch. Why would there be a marking? You left a bit of pre-cum like on the ruler there. I remember when I was in high school, a girl asked me to do that. Yeah. Pantoja and Marab gonna make us money tomorrow. I completely agree with you, man. I'm not really too keen on betting on the Marab thing, you know. The only reason why I'm worried about Marab is because 4 title fights in a year is no joke. And Piotr Jan did break his hand or whatever in the first round, so it could be different. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? A lip reader. Very good. Are you feeling any better? I can talk, so that's good. I'm out of bed, so that's a bonus. What do you think the actual average size is? What of the planet? I don't know, man. You kind of have to go regional, innit? I swear, if Vittori, Barber, Marab, and Pantoja win tomorrow, I'll donate you $100. I don't really take money off people, but I appreciate that. I've actually gone against Vittori in this one, and I hate Macy Barber with a bloody passion. So even though I think she's gonna win, I could never bet on her. But I think Pantoja is gonna get the job done. I wouldn't mind being wrong. Shami, you are so obsessed with knob sizes. You definitely belong in this community. Electric is the future. Fossil will run out in my lifetime, and maybe towards the end of yours. Wow, man, that's a fucking harsh thing to say. We're kind of moving away from like, I mean, we're mostly using, we are using a lot of like renewable energy sources now. So Figgy almost killed Pantoja. Figgy was a monster back then, though. Joshua Van might replicate what Figgy did to him all those years ago. My problem with Vanier is that he's shown he can be taken down and kept down, and Pantoja is very, very good at that. We were just boys in high school. We just beat the fuck out of each other. That's exactly what we did in high school. How you doing, Matthew? What's good, man? Good to have you here. Sorry if my throat is fucked and I'm lacking a little bit of energy. I'm gonna repeat this again. I've not been sucking any dick. I've just been sick. How you doing, this Nacho? What are you doing, man? Nacho, my guy. I've been all right, man. I've been pretty sick this week, but I'm back. Don't you cunts drink hot tea? That should have helped with the sore throat. So basically, I've been fighting off this cold. I've almost got a cold about 6 times in the last year and managed to fight it off, but eventually my body just gave up. Do you think Moran will be the first men's UFC fighter to have 8 rubies on the UFC title belt? I think only Valentina Shevchenko has achieved that so far. How many does he have? I think he loses his next fight. I think what's going to happen is I think he beats Piotr Jan, and then I think he fights what's his name? I think he fights Umar and then loses by a very dodgy decision. Wiener size in America, UK, and China. Here is my guess: America 5, UK 5 or 5.5, China 3. So you think the UK lads have a slightly bigger schlong than the Americans? I can only speak from personal experience, and I believe that's true. Shout out to my dick. You are an old fart with a receding hairline, mate. It's not necessary. My hairline's not receding. It's been exactly the same since it was when I was born. I've just got a shit hairline, but it's not receding. Frankie, you got to take better care of yourself. No more late night grinder dates, mate. I will never stop. How dare you? You only live once. My favorite game of the year is Helldivers 2 because it only came to Xbox this year. If you're an Xbox fan, you must be very disappointed in the entire year, but Helldivers 2 was a hell of a game. It's a good shout. I'm not I think I should have called the yeah, I did say this in the vote. What I didn't say what do you think's going to be game of the year. I said what's your favorite game? Mine personally was Claire Obscure, but there's been some decent games this year. You aren't as young as you used to be, mate. I can still throw it down with the best of them. Shama, why are you thinking about other dudes' dongs? To be honest, Nacho, this is a regular thing for Shama, and I love him. Probably shouldn't admit to that, but he tends to bring up dongs in every single stream. No, it's not Cheddar. Cheddar's not here at the moment. I only watch Euro porn exclusively for that extra half inch. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm not a porn watcher myself, to be honest. I don't really see the joy in watching two strangers fuck each other, if I'm gonna be real. I thought Umar should fight Sugar Sean before getting another title shot. I imagine Sugar Sean avoided that fight like the plague. I don't think that would go that well for him. That's another nightmare for him. I mean, why would he want to go from the Marab fight into that one? I think them giving him Song Yadong is about right up his alley. I think that's a good speed for him. Very suspicious that he brings his dong obsession to you and not to Douglas. Really? So it's my fault, is it? Well, I'm gonna go, but have a lovely day. Great to see you, Frankie. It's a pleasure as always. Great to see you as well, Tiff. And shout out to your channel. Like I said, if you're not gonna go up in there disrespectful, then subscribe to Tiff Tack Paddywhack. It's nice to have somebody in the space that live streams and gives a different perspective to this one. It's Frankie, White Jackie Chan, the man. How you doing, Holland Dan Sock? What's good, man? I'm still courting Dougie. Then we can talk about. So you're basically saying that you've already made it in with me, yeah? We can get straight to the straight. You're basically calling me a slag, yeah? Fair enough. Thanks for the new mod status, my guy. You rock. Holland Dan Sock, you've been around here since the beginning, bro. It seems only reasonable. She hates my guts. Who hates your guts? Do you mean Tiff hates your guts? I don't think she hates your guts. I don't think she really hates anyone's guts. She's not that kind of person, from what I can gather. What if Pantoja calls out Marab and they have a title unification fight? Well, they can't have a unification fight because one of them's going to have to go up, or it's going to have to be Pantoja going up. I don't think it happens. I don't think it happens. I think Pantoja would get raped in the cage. Hopefully, now that I've said the R word, it won't affect the algorithm, but it is what it is. I personally am a big fan of grapes, and I don't like diminishing my favorite fruit in that way. But yeah, I don't think it will happen. There's enough fights at bantamweight for Marab to still deal with. How you doing, Brantley Westman? Welcome back. It's good to have you here. By the way, I think Umar should fight Yan first, then O'Malley, and if he wins both those fights, then he should get the next title shot. We know that Umar's getting the title fight after he wins his next one. I'm surprised they gave him 2. I figured he'd just have the 1, and then they'd throw him straight in there. I'm like 1,000 years old. I'll die next week, probably. It's been fun, lads. Don't you fucking dare, bro. We need you. We need the old unks around, you know? By the way, guys, if you wouldn't mind liking the fucking stream, I'd appreciate it. She detests me for sure. She doesn't know you, bro. So Hudo is going to end up on all fours getting pounded by my boy Talbot. Literally. Literally. I wonder what the odds are on Talbot slipping a finger in there. They must be pretty high. That would be a great way to send Henry Cejudo out of the sport. You know, Talbot just forgets where he is for a moment and just fucking fists him up the arse. That'd be amazing. Talbot's a bit of a weird one for me, yeah, because he looked so shit against Rayoni Barcelos. But then in his last performance, he looked fantastic. So I don't know, man. It's a difficult one. You'd think with the youth and the range and all that, he should probably deal with Henry Cejudo. But I don't know, man. It could be interesting. Henry's a dog and he's got a massive head. Dude, I was on her live. She borderline banned me. What did you do to earn that fucking honor? The thing is with Tiff's lives is they're really good. I enjoy popping in on them, but she usually goes online at about 2 o'clock in the morning for me, so it's often difficult for me to stick around for too long. And then Gilly turns up and I just feel physically ill. So shout out to Giuliano. Who do you think will defeat Hamza, or is he going to be the eternal champion? I think the Common Cold beats Hamzat Chimaev and they have to dig him up with the belt. That's what I think happens. Imavov has a decent chance. I think if anyone beats him, to be honest, yeah, I think Imavov is our only chance. I really like Fluffy Hernandez, but I don't think he gets a title shot. I think Imavov is our only chance. Middleweight is not good enough. Drickus was head and shoulders above everyone else, and look what Hamzat did to him. Do you think Cejudo can... Oh, hang on. Yeah, actually, with this circus that Dana did with the Volk Lopez 2 and Justin Paddy, I didn't expect that Umar got a fight again, but 100% Abby, and I agree with you. I thought they'd stick Umar right in there, but I think they're trying to prove they don't have Dagestani bias at the moment. Khabib having a more recent win in the UFC than Cejudo. I didn't even realize that. Fucking hell, that is crazy. You think Cejudo can fit an entire fist up the tailpipe? Seems like a tightwad to me. I reckon he definitely could. I want Yan to win so badly, but he won't. I don't know. I kind of like Marab, and Yan comes across as a bit of a cunt, if I'm being honest. I enjoy Yan as a fighter. I think his boxing's sensational, but he is a bit of a bellend. I literally wanted Yan to win so badly in their first fight, and the way that he treated Marab in the press conference, I was like, this guy's a bit of a dickhead, man. And it kind of turned me on Marab a little bit. Hates me is just me being hyperbolic. I understand, bro. Imavov lost to Sean Strickland. I know it's a crazy world we live in. But I think if you can get Hamzat Chimaev out of that first round and make him work, he's gonna fucking crash, mate. I'm telling you. Drickus just wasn't able to do that. Can I get a full 360 off that top you're wearing, Frankie? It looks sick from what I can see. Nah, man, I'm not gonna show you my ass. I've got no ass genetics. It is a I don't really like this shirt, if I'm being honest. All these lines, it looks all blurry. I prefer last season's shirt. But the Adidas is fucking crisp though. Imavov with eye pokes, nah, but I think Hamzat is gonna destroy Imavov. I don't think he will. I think Imavov will make it hard. Imavov is fucking strong, and his takedown defense is decent, and he can fucking land bombs. But we're not gonna see it until the thing that might happen is they might force Imavov to have another fight. Does anyone give a fuck about Andrew Tate versus Chase? A lot of people will watch it. I mean, at the end of the day, Andrew Tate is a bit of a scrub, yeah, but I think he beats up obviously this Chase Demore or whatever he is not a fighter, so Andrew Tate's probably just gonna beat the fuck out of him. People hate this, but Strickland and Fluffy are Hamzat's hardest matchups. I completely agree, man. The reason why I like Fluffy in particular, yeah, his gas tank is fucking astronomical. Bro shadow banned me. Who shadow banned you? From this channel? No fucking way, mate. But I agree with you, Brantley. I think that's a good shout. Strickland's takedowns Strickland's apparently a much better wrestler than people give him credit for. And he's got cardio. Yeah, it's a soccer team. Newcastle United FC, mate. Hamzat versus Islam at 170. Islam beats him quite comfortably. Quite comfortably. Hamzat Chimaev does not have the gas tank to fuck with somebody like Islam. 100%. BBC Junior, if you've been shadow banned, I need to know what's going on. I didn't say anything particularly offensive or so. I think she just told me I'm a dick, but I'm not quite sure what gave her that impression. She did not specify. Maybe she was having a bad day. Fanatics partnered with NFL to issue football edition jerseys this year. My Colts football jerseys do look better than NFL jerseys, in my opinion. Yan is a dickhead. Records and laughs at hobos, harasses street folk, and was trouble in his youth. But he fights beautifully. So well summed up that. I've got to be honest, yeah. The Bellend factor does matter to me. I think for example, Ian Gary, glorious fighter, absolute cringy Bellend. But Yan I can kind of fuck with though. Strickland was a grappler first, BJJ black belt, but a motorcycle crash made it so he can't grapple offensively, but he's still a great defensive grappler. I've heard this about him. I've heard he's an absolute nightmare in the gym. So yeah, I totally agree with that. I think Strickland would be a nightmare for him as well. I think Strickland would be very hard to get down and keep down. And Fluffy Hernandez I've been glazing for the longest time. Hamzat's never going to see 170 again in his ratty fucking life for sure. James Cameron just died, by the way. Don't fuck about. Are you serious? I mean, he's 71 years old. Are you gaslighting right now? I know those Avatar movies are coming out, or that Avatar movie's coming out soon. That would be enough to send anyone to an early grave. Those movies are so shit. Hanging out, broski. How you doing, bro? Oi, Frankie, you slender bloke. How you doing, you round sausage? What's good, cheddar? People were asking about you earlier on. Hope you're doing well, mate. If Drickers can take you down, then I suspect Hamzat can maul you. Um, MMA math is never that simple, is it? I felt surprisingly upset that I don't even give a fuck about James Cameron. I couldn't get, but I don't like hearing anyone dying. Do you know what I mean? He did give us Terminator for fuck's sake. Marab is too underrated. Why isn't he second in the pound for pound right now? They should definitely crown him the best right pound for pound right now if he wins again. I mean, Musa, I agree with you. I think from activity alone and the competition he's beaten, he should be right up there. It's hard to turn down Islam after what he just did, though. But if he wins again, I mean, he's beaten his opponent he's beaten already. Can you justify it? I think pound for pound is fucking stupid anyway. You're right, but at the end of the day, I want to see what they do inside the octagon. Outside, crying shit doesn't matter to me that much. I mean, I agree with you to a certain extent, but with Ian Gary, his personality is so fucking jarring that I can't bring myself to want him to win. Even when he was fighting Bilal, who I really hate as well. In fact, I was kind of hoping that Gary would beat Bilal, but that's probably going to be the only time I root for him. Strickland is easy to get down, but very, very difficult to hold down. That is the hard part. I agree with that. And I think if Hamza has to struggle and use up some energy, it could get very, very interesting. For sure, if Marab loses tomorrow, it would 100% be because of the weight cut. I don't think he has to cut that much. From what he's said in the past, he doesn't go for a big weight cut. But certainly fighting back to back to back is crazy. What's up, Newcastle? How you doing, Oleg? What's good, man? Pretty happy with the performances recently. Hopefully we can get the job done tomorrow. No way should Marab be pound for pound when the guys above him have won belts in 2 weight classes. I don't think that should be the benchmark though, or the barometer. I don't. I think activity and level of competition should matter more. And you can argue that Islam's hasn't been as good lately, but I get it. My pops already bought 4 tickets to a game in LA, June 21st. Belgium versus Iran. Fucking hell, that must have cost you a pretty penny. We all know you're rich, Cheddarhead. It's all good. The thing is, I've realized, Jed, with the World Cup being when it is, I'm going to be working, so I can't even come over. Irish people are more kind than English ones all day, mate. English people are bellends. Strickland will bring back the legendary faded Chimaev that fought Buzz Cut Burns. I'm telling you, if anyone makes Chimaev work, he's going to get fraud checked. It's overdue. Marab has similar proportions to GSP, but for bantamweight. That's an interesting comparison. Do you mean body proportions? He won't hold Strickland down, and Hamzat has the power to stop Sean. I do think Hamzat Chimaev would beat Sean Strickland, but I think Sean Strickland does pose some interesting challenges for him. I think anyone that's difficult to keep down and has like really good cardio could be a problem and puts pressure on. Hamzat doesn't like that. I feel kind of bad for Islam because it wasn't his fault he had to fight Moicano and Volkanovski the second time. And now people like you would always bring this up when they go. I'm not I've got him fourth on the list, and I do think he would be higher if he faced competition. But I've never blamed him for it. I have blamed him for it actually. The reason why I do blame him to some extent, Musa, yeah, is because Islam's very selective about when he fights. He only fights at certain times, and that sometimes limits who you can put up against him and the timing of things. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy Islam dominated JDM, but Poirier at a war with him. How good is Dustin Poirier? I think it has more to do with the cut, to be honest. I do think Poirier did a pretty good job, but it was a very clear win to me. Poirier is really good. He's another guy that I really like as a fighter, but I just think he has a wet wipe, simpy personality. 2 different weight classes is literally the definition of pound for pound since they're doing it against the heavier guys. But then if that's the case, you might as well scrap the whole fucking list then. Because how many people float between weight classes? Not that many. It kind of nullifies the point of the whole thing. I think activity and wins and the nature of wins should play a big part in it as well. I guess being in 2 different weight classes does obviously add to it greatly, but it doesn't happen that often. I personally think Pantoja should be pound for pound #1 at least once. He has wiped out his weight division without any efforts, and motherfuckers are not appreciating. I think we should just not put too much stock on the pound for pound list. Pantoja will never be #1 because of the fact he's in flyweight. You've got similar proportions to a pack of yogurt, mate. Yeah, mate. I'm a fucking beefcake. How dare you? A tiny beefcake. Hamzat looked terrible and like he was shitting himself anytime him and Drickus was standing, and rightfully so. Khabib looks like a fucking heavyweight right now. He looks rotund. But fair play to him, he's earned it. Imagine how many times watching those guys fucking goon over a fucking dessert just shows how much how much they've deprived themselves. They're literally coming in their pants while they're eating dessert. I think it was like a cookies thing or something they showed Islam and the boys sharing, and it was just like they were literally gooning. I think Poirier did so good because he's experienced the pressure before with Khabib. Poirier is a very, very good fighter. He's somebody who works on his craft a lot. But I think Islam was sacrificing a lot to get down to 155. I genuinely think that was a problem for him. And I know he looked really big for the weight class, but it's going to take it out of you, certainly when you go further into a fight, you know. Islam ain't the GOAT right now, but he definitely become one after 2 fights. But a lot of people are going to bring up the pathetic excuse that he fought. I mean, Musa, I don't really agree with that. I think people will do that because people are going to be hating. But I don't think it affects me that much. I think if he wins a couple more, me even saying he's on Goat Mountain is a big thing. Who will lose the streak first, Marab or Islam? I'm gonna go with Marab just because he'll fight more and he's older. I'll go with Marab. I think Marab loses in the early part of 2026. I don't think it nullifies it though. I think it elevates the guys who put it all on the line and chase greatness instead. Oh, I 100% agree with you. It definitely adds a lot of bonus points. Frankie put a parlay on Yan and Van. I did not. I've only got one parlay going on at the moment, and I'm not going to share it with you because every time I do, it fucks up. I did not put Yan. I did not put either of those fights in my parlay, though. I can tell you that much. Pound for pound list shouldn't be taken seriously. It absolutely shouldn't, and I don't. Hey, Tone, how you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good one. Always a pleasure to have you here. Nike did a soccer NFL collab this year as well. Only 3 teams though: PSG, Inter Milan, Chelsea. They look pretty good, but not as good as the Fanatics football. Three weird teams to pick, if I'm being honest. Chelsea are barely relevant in England, but you know, what do I know? Odd because I think the NFL jerseys look better. I think the NFL jerseys are they're a bit too much for fat cunts, if you ask me. Frankie, are you married? Yep. Yes, I am. I've got 3 children as well. Yes, believe it or not, a female allowed me to put my dick in her at least 3 times. I just can't miss. Islam is number 4 on my list. He's number 4 on my list as well. I completely agree with that. Do you think Johnny Walker should fight Alex for the light heavyweight championship? Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Johnny Walker is a bum, mate. I do love him, and he is dicking down an Irish woman at the moment. So you know, I do have to have a little bit of respect. He's got an Irish baby mama and that, so fair play to him. But he's got no chin. IVF. Yeah, I forgot about that. So I've at least nutted 3 times. My pudding has made at least 3 children by any means necessary. I'm pretty sure that girl Tiff is sweet on you. This is the first time hearing about it. We don't really talk. We talk on the chat. I'd be very shocked if that was the case. In fact, it's definitely not the case. We all know you were impotent. There's nothing, bruv. Being impotent would be a gift. I wish I didn't have any sexual desires. Life would be a lot easier, mate. Islam is in the top 25 on my list. That's very magnanimous of you, Cheddar. Johnny Walker and Alex press conference would be absolutely lovely, though. Why? What are your locks on this card, Frankie? I don't really deal with the term locks, to be perfectly honest with you. However, the ones I have the most confidence in. Let me quick pull this up because I've completely forgotten what's on the card. I'm barely an MMA fan anymore, even though I watch it every fucking weekend. Hang on a sec. So my locks on the card, or my most likely to win. Fucking Paddy Power. Hang on a second, lads. This is taking way too fucking long. Oh, sorry, this is embarrassingly bad. All right, so I've got Myron Santos, I think, is a likely victory. Malik is obviously going to beat up Antonio Tricoli. I think Baranowski is going to beat Aslan, but I'm not too sure about it. Jalen Turner. I think Bruno Ferreira is going to beat Marvin Vittori. I think Ziam beats Sadikov. I think Macy Barber should be a lock. Karine Silva's fucking shit. Chris Duncan and Terrence McKinney's an interesting one. A lot of money's coming in on Terrence McKinney at the moment. If Chris Duncan gets out of that first round, I would put a lot of money on Chris Duncan. Grant Dawson will probably beat Manuel Torres, but I like Manuel Torres. And Grant Dawson has no chin. And the way he talks about his wife is weird, so we have to take that into consideration. I think Yan beats Guskov. I think with Henry Cejudo and Talbot, I genuinely don't know. I think Cejudo might be a decent underdog, you know. Moreno and Tyra as well is a really tough one. I don't know. I think Pantoja beats Van pretty easily, and I think Murad beats Yan by decision. So that's what I've got. Frankie, how do I send you a Green Bay Packers NFL jersey? I would definitely rock that, bro. How about if I just buy one and show some solidarity? I am a fucking I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, kind of. Why don't you wear a wedding band, picking up the birds at the pub on the side? That's a very good question. I don't really wear a wedding band anymore. Don't ask me why. Nee should have a lot to say about that, Frankie. We are gonna be up. We are gonna beat up Break and TKO Pantoja. We will be champion within 6 years of training. That being said, Pantoja round one sub. I do think Joshua Van is going to be a champion at some point, but I don't think it's going to happen for a few years. Yo, but she doesn't like MMA, Frankie. You think she's in here for us mooks or the thrilling conversation? I don't think so, brother. But we don't just talk about MMA in here. We talk about all kinds of shit. MMA is like a side note here. Karine Silva will sub Macy Barber. She absolutely won't. Karine Silva is fucking dog shit, mate. She's dumpy and she's shit. She's definitely going to lose. I think Macy Barber's is not very good either, but Karine Silva's awful. She was definitely overhyped. Try to remember her last performance. She was awful. She can't stand and she doesn't have a good gas tank. I'm holding my shit now for that Macy Barber fight. I don't understand the Macy Barber thing, you know. Macy Barber's another dumpy, fucking frumpy white girl. I don't like her at all. Cheddar, send him a white one. There's a white version. I do prefer like white football or sporting jerseys. I think they look better. I got a sick white Brett Favre jersey. There's a couple of sizes too small on me. A couple of sizes too small. Mate, they don't make jerseys your size, you fat cunt. Frankie, you look about 33 in my opinion. The jawline carries. I'm happy to report I am 41 years old, mate. 41 years old. I'm proud of it. Cheddar, it will fit Frankie. I bet it still will be a fucking 10 on me. Nah, Matthew, she isn't a fan of me to say the least, but my conversations are extremely fruitful. I'll give you that, mate. Let me sit properly. Name one thing we talk about on here that an unsmitten babe would tune in daily to hear. I think she turned. I mean, I don't know, man. We do occasionally have some decent conversations in here. I mean, about 10% of the time. I mean, she hangs out in Giuliano's chat, and what does that fucker have to say? Let's just hope Barbara doesn't quit. I would love to see her lose. I don't think I've put a bet on her. Eva, let me check. No, I don't trust females in my parlays. It's a very small XL. Pretty sure it's a typo. Feels like a medium when you wear it. Yeah, I usually rock up. It depends on what the brand is or whatever. But medium to large is kind of what I fuck with. She's only lost one fight in the UFC and it was a BS robbery. She wants it more than Barber and she trained. Nah, the last fight, Karine Silva. Who did she fight last? Karine Silva's shit, mate. Karine Silva is dog shit. Which one are you calling the robbery? Let me double check this. I want to fact check this. So you thought it was a robbery against Vivian Araujo. She clearly lost that fight. And the Dion Barbosa fight, she didn't look good either. She's fought nobody, mate. Ketlin Souza, Moroz, Ariane Lipsky, ugh, and Dion Barbosa. I think Macy Barber's going to beat her up, mate. I genuinely do. How you doing, Beeswax? What's good, man? Yeah, I can confidently say that Tiff has no interest in me whatsoever. Anyone hanging out in Giuliano's chat should be vilified. I completely agree with you. I popped into his live stream earlier and he was doing like a reaction to a reaction of the most toxic MMA YouTubers. And I bet he was very, very upset he was in S tier. Like genuine, brah. How am I in S tier, brah? Absolutely unaware of himself. Nah, Matthew, she isn't a fan of me to say the least. I already read that out. Frankie, you are the age of my mother, I just realized. Say it isn't so. Have you got the digits? Can't believe I just said that. That is such a cringe thing to say. They're decent comp, and she subbed a lot of them. She's looked bad though, bro. When it comes to the MMA game now, I always go with the eye test. That's usually what I fuck with. And Karine Silva does not inspire me. She just likes to chat, bro. She live streams now. Yeah, 100%. It's kind of a niche being a female in a male space as well. How you doing, Luke Augustine? I'm all right, man. I've been really fucking sick, man. Which is why I haven't been here all week. I literally could not speak. I would get home, I'd be all bunged up, and then I'd just go to bed and crash. So I haven't been back here in a while. So it's really good to be back with you boys. A boring Friday, man. Went for a couple of pints. Pubs ain't the same. Pubs absolutely are not the same anymore. They're just not, mate. I haven't been to a pub in fucking ages. But as soon as I go back to Asia, which will be in March, back on the game, mate. And they're not really pubs. They're more like, like, what's the word? Well, they're bars, but like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't Macy Barber have a seizure backstage minutes before her walkout? Yeah, allegedly so. She didn't want any of the smoke. She isn't Oriental. Exactly. What does she live stream? Video games. I think she mostly just talks, mate. This is sink or swim for title aspirations. I'm excited for the fight. I do think it will be a decent little scrap, to be fair. But I think Macy Barber's going to beat her up. Dougie is based and picking Karine with me. I don't know if that surprises me or not. I think people are forgetting how. I think people look at Karine's record and think she's good. Yeah, she's looked horrible in her last two. And I was a big fan of hers as well. Where are you going, man, and how long for? I'm going to go to Vietnam again because I had such a good time there last time. And then I'm going to go back to the Philippines for so I'm going to do like 3 weeks and I'm going to do half a week in one. Sorry, a week and a half in one and a week and a half in the other. I always have a good time in the Philippines and I haven't been there for a little while, for at least a year. I can't handle going to Bangkok anymore. They're just too much in your face, man. Any of you boys who have been to Thailand, I like to go out and have a drink. Don't get me wrong, and I like chatting up some of the females, but I don't like getting my dick grabbed in the middle of the street or just having people harass me the entire time I'm there. I'm not for that. Little bit of chat, perfectly fine, but keep your fucking weirdly long big hands to yourself, cunt. You can say that again. I've been drinking crazy this month. I just took a rest today. The last time I drank was when I was on live with Brutally and and Giuliano, which was a couple months ago. Lucky bastard, I would love to do Vietnam. Vietnam was sensational. It was way better than I expected. And the women there are very, very friendly, but they're not over the top. Like I had two women trying to get my attention the last time I took a video of it, funnily enough, of these two women in the bar that just started like grinding on top of each other. It was amazing. Thank you, God. Thank you, existence. It was amazing. Have you ever been to Taiwan? I've been to Taiwan, yeah. So yeah, 3 weeks beeswax, those two places. I was kind of toying with the idea of going back to Bangkok again, but I'm to be honest, man, I'm all Bangkoked out, mate. Are you hitting up Manila? Always, mate. It's always Manila. I haven't been to Phuket, Cheddarhead. I haven't, or was it Nacho who said it? Cheddar said it. Yeah, I haven't been to Phuket. I passed through for like a day, but I don't count it. How much is a pint in Vietnam? Very cheap, sir. It's like £2.50, something like that. That drunk debate you had was my first time seeing you. Oh man, and you stuck around for that, yeah. I have not had the balls to go back and watch it. Read my last comment, Frankie. The fuck. This better be good, Musa. If you're making me go back, bet you it's not. Musa, I'm not seeing another chat, mate. What's the Vietnam currency? Fuck, I can't even remember. I was using a lot of so basically I changed my money to American dollars and I used that there. Manila is so fucking nice too, but rains often. I love Manila. It's a shithole, don't get me wrong, but it's my kind of shithole. And I love when it rains. They do get a lot of typhoons there. But unfortunately, I'm going in March, so I think it's gonna be hot as fuck. It's literally hot and stodgy going out there. But I will be doing more bar hopping adventures with the boys. I mean, I'm going there by myself, but I'm assuming some of the lads are going to come over from Thailand and come and check it out. So, but I will be doing another bar hopping experience. It's called Dong, is it? I think you're trolling right now, but it wouldn't surprise me. It seems right up their alley. I'm very surprised, Jay, that you turned up for that drunken stream and stuck around, mate. That is fucking embarrassing. Thoughts on Agent 47 Bogdan Guskov? How you doing, Horner? What's good, man? Surprised to see you back here. Well, I've seen Usyk do it in the past, so it's great. It's great and everything if you turn up and win, but doing that with someone like Yan is risky, mate. What does Kayla Harrison got to do to become female GOAT? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Enjoy your trip, bro. Stay safe. I wish it was tomorrow, to be honest with you. But yeah, Vietnam skyrocketed to the top of the list for me because it was just so funny, man. So fun. Hell yeah, it was funny as fuck. I can't go back and look at it. Musa, I'm not ignoring you, man. I'm reading out everything you're saying. I think YouTube's fucking with your comments, mate. One dong is 0.00038 US dollars. But yeah, I rather bring when I go to Vietnam, I'm just gonna have dollars on me. It's just easier. Because the thing is with dollars, you can kind of like dollars are relatively stable, so you can use them in more places. Whereas with whatever the Vietnam currency is, there's no point. You basically feel under pressure to spend everything you've got in your pocket. Because changing it to another currency is always a fucking shit show, and some people don't even take it. Norma lost her last fight. Let's be honest, but fair play to her. I'd like to go to Vietnam and do some sailing around the landscape. Looks amazing. It's a really, really nice country. I loved your Vietnam streams. Yeah, it was definitely an experience. I mean, I only had a couple women come up to me. I don't know what it is there, but every time I'm doing a stream, I always get fucking run up on. $1 is 26,350. That's what I'm saying. When you got those numbers there, yeah, it's too confusing, mate. How much to make banana cry? Oh, I don't know what the prices are, mate. I've got a no hooker policy, mate. I don't pay for vagina. Similan Islands in Thailand is my favorite. Do you know what? Yeah, next time I go to Thailand, yeah, I've got to just avoid Bangkok. I've got to do it properly. I've got to. Yeah, the bar streams are always fun. The only problem is, yeah, yeah, I do in real life streams. Yeah, I've done several while I've been abroad. So I've done some while I've been in bars in Asia. There was this one time when I was in Manila, and this woman came up to me and she started like asking me to take her home and fuck her. And I was like, oh man, like my mum's on the call. And it was really embarrassing. If you go back to like March of last year in my Manila streams, I got just ran up on a bunch of times. Do you pay for mangina though? A lady doesn't kiss and tell. Those hookers occasionally do not have vaginas, just saying. The thing is, Brantley, we've talked about this at great length in this channel, but I might as well bring it up now. This whole like ladyboy thing in Asia is a myth. Yeah, there's loads of them, yeah. But if you think you're gonna wake up in the morning and you've been fucked in the ass, you're very much mistaken. There's no ladyboy out there that wants to trick you because they know they're gonna get their fucking head caved in if they try that shit. You taking family, Frankie? Family? Are you joking, mate? I'm going to Asia. You don't bring your family to that shit. It would completely defy the purpose. I mean, I have gone to Thailand with my wife before, but it was really shit. Were there any hot lady boys? Haunter, the thing is, yeah, again, until you've been there, yeah, you can't. It is so fucking easy to tell what they are, really. If you're falling for a lady boy, yeah, it's because you wanted to. It's because you kind of just got to a certain point in the night and you just went, fuck it. I'll just take what I can get. And that should never be the case in them kind of countries because, to be honest, pussy is on tap there. If you're going there for that, you cannot fail. The reason I love going there is I just love the atmosphere. When you go out and party and stuff, everyone's just in a good mood. Whereas in the UK and in other Western countries, everyone's a little bit snobby. You can't really talk to people, you know. Whereas there, everyone's friendly. It's a party atmosphere, you know. Hands, collarbones, and Adam's apple. Voice, mate. You cannot beat voice as well. Do they eat skinned crocodiles in Thailand? Not that I'm aware of. We need some predictions, brother. Give us your picks for the card. So, Burko, I did run through it earlier on, but I'll do it again. Just for you, sir. I'll do a quick run through. I'm going to do. So, I've got Myron Santos by KO. I've got Malik by KO. I've got Ivo Baranowski by decision. I've got Jalen Turner by decision. And actually, I've got him by submission, Jalen Turner. I've got Bruno Ferreira by decision, lopsided decision. I've got Fares Ziam by decision. Macy Barber by decision. I've got Chris Duncan by third round TKO. Manuel Torres, I think, is going to beat Grant Dawson in the first round. I think he's going to chin his ass. I've got Jan Blachowicz by decision. The Henry Cejudo one, I'm not sure about. And same with the Brandon Moreno fight. It's too much of a flip for me. I've got Alejandro Pantoja by second round sub. And I've got Marab, obviously, by decision. Remember that huge roach? I fucking do, bro. It was like the size of a tennis ball. Odd. My experience was the exact opposite. Hungover with a sore bum and an empty bed. Oh. Yeah, ladyboys ain't out here trying to trick you. Pussy is on tap. It is. It just is. Frankie, you want to check out Hawaii? It was a really good holiday if you like. So basically, I was supposed to go to Hawaii a couple years ago, and I literally had to cancel it because of the volcanic eruption. I would love to go back there or to go there in the first place. We had everything booked and it wasn't to be. You are from Newcastle. No, I'm a Newcastle fan. I grew up in Southwest London. I'm one of them cunts. I'm back. I had you on in the background though. I love listening to the voice of a man who's recently given the Gork recently. You disgusting scumbag. Picking the basketball player to sub the Brazilian is very interesting. I'm going for some wild ones. Bruno Ziam, Torres Yan. I think the opposite. Do you? It's one of those cards here that's very, very hard to pick. I'll be honest, Jay. I really struggled to make a parlay this time. But I've gone with what I think is the safest option. Does Marvin Vettori get it done? No, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Because I think Bruno Ferreira can kind of crack and he can mix in the grappling. I think with Marvin Vettori, he just gets hit and damaged way too easily these days. I love Marvin Vettori and his chin needs to be studied. But I don't see him beating Bruno Ferreira. I think he's too powerful. I don't think he'll get chinned like some people are predicting, but I think he's going to get hurt in this one, maybe dropped. Frankie, who is the welterweight GOAT? It's GSP. Of course it's GSP. You're definitely going to Asia to cheat. Can't say otherwise. Well, I'm not going to say that out loud, am I? But no, I'm not really that kind of guy, bro. You want to see my new, updated, and immaculate top? No, I don't. For fuck's sake, I'm not going through this all over again. Ah, fuck it, hit me. I'm joking. I'm going 6-8 this card, calling it now. I love the confidence, Cheddar. I'd love to do Norway, but it's too expensive. Yeah, Scandinavia would be amazing. Yeah, it's the best chin in Marvin Vettori has the best chin in MMA ever. I mean, he's taken some fucking bombs, mate. Hello, everyone. How you doing, New DT? How are you, sir? Hope you're having a wonderful day. How you doing, Macho? What's good? JDM, GSP, JDS, DDP, RDR. Just randomly throwing names out now, yeah? In my opinion, 1 GSP, 2 Kamaru, 3 Matt Hughes. I would put Matt Hughes above Kamaru, you know. I know that sounds crazy, but I did have Matt Hughes higher in my list, I think. No, Matt fought better opponents. I agree. I think I've got Matt Hughes as second. That welterweight era was fucking crazy, man. I mean, welterweight's half decent now, but back then it was fucking sensational. Marvin Vettori is so fucking stupid. His brain doesn't know when to turn off. I think that's what it is. I think he's too dumb to get knocked out. Fuck off. Is Norway Scandinavian? Yeah, man. Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. Scandinavia, mate. I know you're being sarcastic right now. Vittori has taken so much damage and he's only 31. I know, man. I know, but he's so dumb, it probably doesn't matter. But to be honest, yeah, the Marvin Vittori and Paulo Costa back and forths were hilarious to me. Marvin Vittori is secretly quite funny. They should let him get on the mic more. Marvin Vittori is actually quite based. I've seen him in like podcasts and shit. He's actually quite funny. He doesn't come across as the meathead that he looks like in the octagon. But yeah, I think he's taken too much damage. And when he goes, the slide is going to be horrible because he's not very good at fighting. Unfortunately, tough as fuck though, and he needs to be commended for that. Matt Hughes definitely tried to end his life. Poor bastard wishes he was successful every day. I bet it's highly possible that he did. I mean, I don't know the full backstory of his life, but CTE would definitely cause some issues there, some mental health issues. Man didn't know that I'm looking at a map right now. It's Scandinavia, isn't it? I mean, it's in that region. Or is only Sweden considered Scandinavian? I don't know. I've always considered those 3 countries as one and the same. Frankie, people like you criticize Islam for not fighting a lot in a single year like Marab. There's a reason why Marab is so ugly and old looking for his age, bruv. No, Scandinavia isn't a country, it's a region. It's a region. I thought you were fucking trolling me, to be honest. Yeah, isn't Scandinavia like Norway, Sweden, Denmark? The Scandinavian region. You're welcome. Sometimes I do be tripping. Machua does love to come in here and rage bait. Machua keeps his opinion to himself when I have the same opinion as him. He just doesn't agree with me. And then as soon as I say something that he disagrees with, he just goes in. Frankie, you literally hate it when fighters want to stay healthy and don't want to look like a 90-year-old at 34 years of age, huh? No, man, it's not that. I like Islam, man. I don't know where all this "you hate Islam" stuff comes from. How you doing, Tinos? What's good, man? What's good, my fucking Greek brother? He fell asleep on a train track he's lived beside his entire life. Yeah, right. It does sound a little bit suspicious. Scandinavia is a region. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, I have no faith in myself. You literally made me doubt myself. Ah, that would make more sense. So is Iceland under Scandinavia? Excellent question. I don't know. I've never assumed it was. But maybe it is. Macho, and no problem. Every time I bring up Matt Hughes, people have similar reactions, but he got as many defenses as Jose Aldo and is tied for fifth place in Matt Hughes is an all-time great, 100%. Yeah, those Nordic countries are Scandinavia. I knew it, man. I should just have faith in my own brain. I'm gassed for Sunday, not gonna lie. What's happening on Sunday, bro? Why Sunday specifically? Oh, Finland. I forgot about Finland. Scandinavian countries are Sweden, Denmark, and Finland, so not Norway. Nordic countries are that makes so much more sense. I completely forgot about Finland. Irrelevant cunts. That makes way more sense though. Sunday, yeah, because of course it's going to be on Sunday morning for you. Ah, nice chat. I've learned something today. You're probably the only person who's ever learned something in here ever. This is not a place to expand knowledge. I don't even know where Faroe Islands is. I always thought because of the I didn't even know Faroe Islands was in Europe. That tripped me out. For some reason, yeah, I always confuse Faroe Islands and Fiji. I don't know why. I don't even think the fuckers look alike. That's that racism coming out of me again. And Faroe Islands and some other articles, ocean shit. Yeah. What's up, Anders? What's good, my man? Finland is not Scandinavian. All right, now we're gonna start arguing. Just imagine Marab moaning during a BJ. I imagine it'd be something like that. I think Marab would nut as soon as the mouth touches. Like, psh, he's definitely a virgin, 100%. He gives me virgin vibes. He seems like the kind of guy as well. He wants to save himself for marriage. And I'm sorry, bro. I don't think you're ever gonna get married. Yeah, hey, I've been waiting for this live for a while, bro. First question: do you prefer Vicks or Albus oil? Wow, Albus oil was an old classic, mate. I use Vicks, but Albus oil was amazing. Put that in some fucking boiling water. Man, that's harder. That's harder to get these days. I'd have to go with Albus oil, man. Norway got the prettiest white women working at McDonald's. Nah, bro, that's Russia. Don't take that from Russia. It's all they have. That is a place to lose brain cells without drugs. Is that a fact? The one reason I want to go back to Thailand as well, yeah, is I've been trying to get weed for the longest time, yeah. Weed is so easy to get in Thailand now. I might pop over there for a couple days. Do you know what I mean? It's only like a 2-hour flight from Manila. Nah, I'm not doing it again. I regret it as soon as I did it. Marab never felt the warmth of a naan. Trust, 100% he hasn't. I kind of feel sorry for the little cunt. You know when Piotr Jan went in for that, you can see it burned him. That really burned him. My heart tells me that Iceland is Scandinavian. Who said it isn't? You thought that Scandinavia was a country, didn't you? I mean, shout out to my chat for that. By the way, guys, if you wouldn't mind fucking liking it, we've got 32 likes. Actually, fuck. You don't have to like the stream. 31 is way more than I deserve. There's only 29 people in here. Norway got the blue-eyed, blonde-hair women that are gorgeous for making flipping burgers. Musa, I can't do it again. It literally came off the cuff. If I try to repeat it again, it will seem contrived. Norway got the biggest heroin problem in the world. Really? Frankie, go to Tiger Muay Thai and make babies of Shevchenko. If I'm going to make babies of anyone, man, it's going to be with Stamp Fairtex. I'm still hoping to shoot my shot on that one. 100%. Although apparently I'm not her type. I'll try and make it work. No, I rate Marab as a person, but you can just tell he never clotted a bird in it. I love that expression. He has never clotted a bird. Definitely not. And I love Marab as a person. I think he's a really nice, sort of funny guy. But he's definitely never felt the warmth of or clotted a vagina, as you put it. I love that word, clotted. A lot of Europeans go to Asia to do things that they can't do in their own country. That is very, very true. It's not just Europeans. It's all over. Like when I was there the last time, I saw a whole group of people from Saudi Arabia there, and they were just moving reckless. It was hilarious. Always pick yourself up some Saudi Arabian friends because those guys are fucking balling. You will not have to worry about the bar tab. So yeah, I bumped into a whole. So every people from all over the world go over there to misbehave. It's not like an uncommon thing. What do you think about the eye poke scandal? I reckon they should get people wearing goggles. I don't know why they don't do it. Fuck it. If you can't stop people poking in the eye, just put fucking swimming goggles on, mate. Asked out a girl at my school named Penelope. I hope it goes well, mate. Penelope's a nice name. She probably a freak though. She probably appears to be like a really, really sweet in person, but is a secret freak. Me and Marab waiting for marriage. To be honest, I think part of the reason why I kind of like Marab is his personality. I think he's got a great personality. Okay, Frankie, be real. The Vietnamese eat dogs. Yes, they do. They don't give a fuck. They shamelessly eat dogs. It's not a secret. Whereas Chinese people deny it. See my new and updated Immaculate Top 20. No shitting on Matt Hughes' place there, by the way, and read all of it. You really gonna make me do this now? Goggles would get ripped off during grappling. There must be a compromise, though. There must be something that they can just put over the eyes, eye cups or something. I don't know, man. There must be something. I recognize that fucking goggles are a stupid idea, but you know what I mean. I reckon Dispatch will win based off the TikTok power. I think Dispatch is going to win as well. It should be Claire Obscure 33, though. It should be. Claire Obscure is 100% the best game of the year. Bro, I literally just came home from a dinner with my Arab mate, bro. They always feel so bad. They always feel so bad, not going to lie. They do, mate. I'm one of those people as well who always pays for dinner as well. So I get genuinely shocked when people don't. Have you ever slapped yourself with cold franks before you microwave them with mayonnaise? I haven't, bro. I don't fuck with mayonnaise either. I don't fuck with condiments. I'm a dry guy. Can we get a shout out? Lucas and Darcy, best couple ever. Who the fuck are they? Shout out to you as well, though, bro. FC 25 career mode. So you're a football player, yeah? You're a football game player, should I say? I haven't played football games since Pro Evolution, mate. What kind of dogs? Labrador? I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen them before. I've never tried a dog. How are you doing, Willow on pause? Are you British? I'm technically Irish, but I grew up in England. I'll never fully admit to being British. Never. But I was raised here since I was 1, hence the voice. But shout out to you, Willow on pause. I'm Irish at heart, but English really. You're out here raw dogging a sausage. What the fuck? Raw dogging all no onions, mate. Don't be despicable now. How you doing, Grimy? What's good, man? Young Gonzo, how are you, mate? Shout out to you. Welcome back, bro. The mitten gloves Joe Rogan talked about, maybe. Nah, fucking hell. That guy needs to shut the fuck up about that. Hang on, Ray's fine. I'm just gonna get through it because you won't fucking shut the fuck up about it. So I'll do it. Rangers or Celtic? Celtic, bro. Celtic. I was raised a Catholic, man. I will never, ever, ever support Rangers. All right, so number 1, GSP, Demetrius Johnson, Alex Pereira, Islam Makhachev, Matt Hughes, Volkanovski, Aldo. Usman number 8 is a little bit fish. Adesanya 9 is crazy as well. Marab 10, Dominic Cruz 11, Stipe 12, Cormier 13, Ilya Topuria 14, Fedor 15, Khabib 16, Max Holloway 17, Aljamain Sterling 18, DDP 19, Tom Aspinall 20. That's very generous to Tom, but fair enough, mate. Fair enough, mate. Shama, this is Frankie. We fight as British Army, unfortunately. Yeah, man. It's difficult. It's a difficult one, lads. It's a difficult one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go the full 2 hours, boys. My throat is fucking giving up on me already. I probably should have given it another day, but I missed you lot too much. I had to come back. O Onions on hot dogs is legit rancid. You get the fuck out, cunt. I should unmod you for that comment right now. Onions are amazing on hot dogs. In fact, I'm probably gonna rustle some up right after this. Who am I kidding? I don't have any hot dogs in the fridge. How dare you? But no, to be fair, Rays, all jokes aside, yeah, it's not the order that I would have it in necessarily, but it's a very good list. I can't argue with it. I noticed there was no John Jones on the list as well. This is your no PED list, right? Couldn't think of anyone else. He's got the shortest fight time is fair enough. Ban the person who doesn't like. I completely agree with you, President Squiggly Miggly. Unfortunately, I modded the cunt, so I'm gonna have to let him get away with it. Frankie, if you really want weed, I can meet you in Weatherspoons. Say no more, sir. Let me send you my fucking. I'm not even joking. Hit me up on Twitter. Saw a clip of Marab asking a woman to twerk in her ass to him. Can I touch this? He's so innocent, isn't he? Can I touch this? I don't know why I said it in that voice. I prefer my hot dogs wrapped in bacon, slathered in mayonnaise and mustard, deep fried and bad and shoved on a stick. 0 calorie free as well. Calorie free, mate. That does sound. I mean, if you took the mayonnaise out of that and replaced it with like cheese, that would sound amazing to me. I will make you read the Prime one next stream. Yeah, no PED. It's a good list. I can't argue with it. What kind of game are you talking? Video games. Yeah, putting something as disgusting as hot dogs on onions is a travesty. Well played. Well played. Frank, send the address. I'll just mail you over some weed. Grimy, I actually trust you to do that, to be fair. I'd send you my address. What's your Twitter? It's at bad MMA math. That's my Twitter. Is it okay to jerk off and take a shit at the same time if you're in a hurry? Mate, that's time efficient, mate. No problem. I got no problem with that. Do your thing. Do your fucking thing. Yeah, that's my Twitter. I'm not overly active on there, but you're definitely more likely to catch me on Twitter than you are on Instagram, which I barely use. Frankie, I've been playing Ghost of Your Tie. Is it good? Because I'm going to be real with you, yeah? I pre-ordered it, and then I cancelled it. So I didn't actually buy it. Marab never claimed he's a virgin. No, I just said he's a virgin. Frankie, I'll shove some weed acid and dick pills in a jar of peanut butter and send it over to you. I'd try it, to be fair. That sounds... I do have trouble. I mean, I am quite old. Boners aren't as easy to come by these days, you know? Yeah, I never said that Marab claimed he's a virgin. I just assumed he was. The way he talks around women, you can tell. How long can you edge for on average? I have somebody that takes care of my shit, mate. Yo, what are you up to? Collab tonight. I can't tonight, MMA Now 27, but I am doing a panel on Sunday. MMA Now 27, shout out to you and your channel, and congratulations on 5,000 subs recently. You definitely deserve it. Do you have a Twitter? And if so, can you add me? And we can get something going sooner rather than later. I am doing a panel on Sunday with the boys. We're planning on getting Giuliano on and spit roasting his ass. It is different than the first game story-wise, but the combat system is improved and you can select different weapons types. So that sounds amazing because Ghost of Tsushima is a really good game. How you doing, Cybercop? The problem with Marab and Pantoja type fighters is that they tend to lose hunger, but those two guys are hungrier than ever despite multiple defenses. I think the contenders are cooked. I want Marab to go on and break. Well, he's already broken the bantamweight title defense record. I want him to get the most title defenses in a year. I want him to show that activity can be rewarded. Do you know what I mean? I like Marab a lot, and he's not boring to watch. There is a beauty watching a Marab fight when you see somebody just break in the middle of a, you saw Umar do it when he got to the third round and he realized, yeah, that he wasn't there anymore, that he couldn't, that he was sorry, that Marab was still there and wasn't going to quit. It was beautiful to watch his soul break. I love it. Imitate Makachev getting a BJ. That's the best I can do. Shout out to my little bro Caden. Shout out. Shout out. Spit roast of Geo. I'm there. Yeah, we're going to spit roast him to his face. And obviously in his ass. Because that's how spit roasts take place. I'm just joking. Basically what happens is myself and Brutally we used to do live streams with Geo all the time. And we didn't mean to like roast him, but like he comes out with stuff and it's just hilariously funny. And we can't help but just fucking teabag his ass. Do you know what I mean? Teabag his mouth. Invisigal and Blonde Blazer are bad as fuck just because of that Dispatch #1. I haven't finished Dispatch yet. I've only got 2 episodes in and I've got to say, it's a very good game. And considering you get it for like $25 or whatever, it's a really good game. Good value as well. When it comes out as a physical version, I'm probably going to buy it as well. If people pick that for their game of the year, I'm not going to complain because considering what it is, at least they've tried something different. And I enjoyed it for that. But for me, Claire Obscure is the best. Who do Newcastle play? We're playing Burnley tomorrow at home. If we don't win, mate, I give up. I swear to God, I'm not going to give up. But we should be winning that game. The good thing is that Johan Wieser is apparently coming back. He's going to probably come off the bench. So, wait, why is my message stuck there? I got no idea. Guna game. Guna game? By the way, bros, as always, yeah, I really appreciate the turnout. You guys are amazing. I'm going to try and hang on for as long as I can, but my throat is wobbly as shit. It is, and I want to be able to come online tomorrow because if I cook my voice again, then I'm not going to be able to come back tomorrow. Have you done a cruise ship before? They seem crazy moving around with 15,000 twats, no escape. I have done a cruise ship before, but it wasn't very long. It was only for a couple of days. I want to do like a 2-week one, and we're actually planning on doing one summer next year. So I will keep you fucking tough game for my team. Tyler, who do you support? If you can't goon to it, it ain't game of the year in my opinion. Fair enough. Fair enough. Marab is the best example of work harder, not smarter. For the work he has put in, he has not earned 1% of what his potential of. And that dude looks 90 years old. He shouldn't be used as an example. I think that should be a credit to him though. Stroking it while watching the stream need background noise. Fucking hell. Do you know what? Yeah, I know a lot of you guys joke saying that in here, but I'm sure that some of you have actually done that. What do you think of the pools for the World Cup? Go US. I haven't seen it yet. You support Arsenal. That's cool. I fucking hate your club, mate. I'm going to be honest. It's not really your club that I hate, but I know a lot of Arsenal fans, mate, and they're all absolute bellends. In fact, I'm pretty sure you told me this before. You actually sound like a reasonable Arsenal fan, though. So if you win the league, I'll be happy for you, but fuck me. I am also gay, bro. Fair enough to you, man. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I wish I was gay, man. I said that a bunch of times. I don't know if you will get the joke. Whiskey and honey, mate. Clear you right up. Oh, I can't get on the whiskey, mate, because I can't stop. I have done it since I did the first stream. England is fucked, Frankie. It absolutely is. Keir Starmer, it turns out, is Satan incarnate. So, didn't see that one coming. But it is what it is. I'm not planning on hanging around there too much longer, boys. I've got 2 more years and I'm out. West Ham forever. Ugh. It's a tough club to support, I'll be honest with you. How you doing, Naomi? What's good in the hood? I can't see your message for some reason. Marab should be used as an example for activity because no one should or wants to look like a 90-year-old at 35. Doff Discord, no fags allowed, except for me. You should be welcoming it. You should be welcoming, I don't like that word. I've never liked the F word. I've always found it a little bit too harsh. I prefer bummers or homos or pole jockeys. Sounds a lot more playful, you know? I think the word fag sounds a little bit too harsh, unless Manel Cap's saying it, in which case it's hilarious as fuck. But he doesn't mean it about gay people, he just means it about city kickboxing people. Oh, I'm actually getting tired talking. I'm feeling like blown out. My energy is still fucked. But shout out to you, Dorf Disco. Nothing wrong with being gay, mate. Nothing wrong with being gay at all. Cucumber and bees and honey. Take care of that, Frankie. I'm down. I do know that honey is very, very effective. How you doing, Naomi? How's your week been? Good to have you back. We always make an extra special case when females turn up because, you know, they're kind of becoming a rarity around here. So shout out to you. Hope you've had a great one. I remember when I found baby gravy in my pillow. Still don't know who did it. Baby gravy? It was you, mate. It was you in the middle of the night. I call it population pudding. It sounds way more charming that way. Is MMA now coming on the panel? On Sunday, he could do, yeah. Like the stream, you sluts. Absolutely like the stream. We've got 38 likes in here, which is fucking sensational. I remember when I used to get like 15 in here. He is way too not mentally fucked for you guys. She's mine. Who's yours? And to be honest, mate, she's probably mine. Everyone's mine. I do not discriminate. Went back to England, Tone K. How you doing? Naomi, are you in England now? That's fucking awesome. I hope you're having a good time. It's an absolute shithole around here at the moment. I'm not too thrilled to be living here, but to be honest, I've got money and I live in the middle of nowhere, so it barely affects my life. But the prices are definitely affecting me. Naomi is Captain Jack Sparrow. She is indeed. Please imitate Marab guessing a BJ for the last time. I declare you as the goat of streaming. I don't whore for being the goat of streaming, mate. In fact, I really do not think I can wait. Only when I'm on the rum. Bro, best remedy. Full glass of brandy neat, then straight to sleep. That sounds beautiful. I can't drink anymore, man, because I can't stop myself. Frankie, have you ever had multiple girls catcall you at the same time? I need some stories. To be honest, I find it annoying. Not in the UK, I haven't. Not in the UK, sadly not. I'm just your average whitey around here. But in Asia, I'm a fucking god. So yeah, Musa, I can't do it, man. Now that you're asking for it, it's become all that more creepy. When someone just said Marab getting a BJ and I just did it, it was fine. But when you're asking me to do it, do you know what I mean? It just seems all that more creepy. I've got to be honest. Naomi got to be high for the high seas, 100%. I do miss being on a boat. Anyway, guys, I think I've pretty much puffed myself out today. Is there anyone online that we should because I want to come online tomorrow and do a much longer stream, so I need to reserve my energy. It's been a week. I can barely breathe. Is there anyone online right now that you think we should check out? I think S Dogs is online. Maybe we should shout out S Dogs MMA Talk. He's got a nice panel going on. If you want to keep the MMA talk going, have ever one of your students taken a swing at you all the fucking time, mate? I got Masvidal last week. I got a fucking concussion. If you aren't going to use that godly PC, give it to me. Oh yeah, I use it. I just don't use it as well as it should be. Oh, there. Yeah, and as unfortunately my students have taken swings at me loads of times. Usually I get in the middle of it. Frankie, if you shake a fake short shaker in your hand, you can actually taste salt. Jordan Aristi should be live soon. I'll be honest, Jay, his videos are popping up all over the place. And I've already done it, Musa. There you go. I've done it. That's all I can get. That's all I can do for you. I find Jordan Aristi very entertaining. I'm going to keep it honest. The guy's quite funny. I'd take a swing looking at that mug with my cock. Fair enough, young Gongso. I mean, I can't blame you. I do have a face you'd like to punch. How you doing, Connor Sitters? My Irish G. I'm not fuck off, Shammer. But yeah, I'm gonna have to head off. My throat is in the way of going. I need to go and make myself some good old British tea and settle in for the evening. But I will be back tomorrow before the card starts. So I'll come on around the same time. And hopefully my throat should be fully healed by then because I am fucked. We need to hear some parlays in the chat. All right, I'll give you one, Burko. Yeah, the one that I've got one parlay on, Burko, and it is I've got Myron Santos, Bruno Ferreira, Fares Ziam, and Pantoja. And believe it or not, mate, I got plus 530 for that. Plus 530. Santos, Ferreira, Ziam, and Pantoja. I think that's got a decent chat of landing. Yan and Van Parlay, bet the kidneys. I didn't do it properly the first time either, mate. All right, guys, drink some tequilas. You will be fine. I might have something downstairs. Actually, I'm gonna make myself a nice pot of tea and just see how it goes. I don't eat beans and toast. Only fucking just. In fact, I'm gonna get myself a nice English breakfast in the morning as well. Thanks for the inspiration. I haven't had one of those in a while. Slap your nan around. I would, but she's dead. All right, guys. I'll catch you in a bit. I'm going to send the link to S Dog's MMA talk. He's currently live right now. He's only got 11 people in there right now. And for some reason, there's more people in here, which I can never fucking understand. So let me just show you what this guy's about. Hang on a sec.
You're up. What are you saying?
Bro, this is an absolute fucking scrap. Marvin Vettori has never been
So
finished,
if you
whether
want
by KO
something
or
like,
submission. He's
I
only
just
ever
said
lost
that.
to the
if you want some picks, this is the place to go right now. They'll give you it's 4 guys. They'll give you a very, very detailed breakdown. So shout out to S Dog's MMA talk. All right, guys, I'm really sorry, but my I bet you don't have a gag reflex. I wouldn't know, mate. I would not know. I bet you fucking wish I did, though. I know you love me. Scream at the locals. You got to, mate. You got to. Anyway, guys, I'm really sorry. I've got to fuck off. Shout out to the 29 people in here. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream before you head off, I'd really, really appreciate it. Thanks to all of you for turning up. As always, it surprises me when anyone turns up. I appreciate everyone in the community. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for voting on the poll as well. I didn't actually check to see what it was. Oh, so most people didn't have the 3 that I mentioned in the top. But Claire made a last minute little bit of a revival, so fair enough. Anyway, boys, much love to all of you. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, same shitty content, I guess. So yeah, I'll be here about 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow, UK time. 40 likes is fucking decent, mate. I cannot complain. Anyway, love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Head out to this S Dogs guy. Give him a shout. He's a good lad, and they all know their MMA. So if you're having some trouble making some picks, KCD2, I need to play. I've got a copy of it on PS5 right behind me, and I've never cracked it open. Brantley, thank you so much for turning up again. It's been a pleasure to have you around as always. Sorry for the short one tonight, boys, but I'm literally fucking struggling for air right now. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday, and I'll see you on the weekend for the scraps. And make sure you turn up on Sunday because we're gonna give Giuliano a good pounding. He fucking deserves it. Take it easy, guys.